Baby, can you pray tonight? Baby, can you pray for us? Oh, baby, can you pray? It's every time you make time. It's only to the end, so pray tonight. So you won't know that I'm no, yeah. For every run that we had, turn around and I know it. But I'll be ready every day, know everything's alright. Are you gonna pray? Are you gonna pray tonight? Baby, pray for me and for us. Baby, pray for me and for us. Baby, pray for me and for us. Gotta pray for me and for us. Baby, pray for me and for us. Baby, pray for me and for us. Baby, can we pray tonight? Baby, can we pray for us? Oh, baby, can you pray? It's every time you make time. It's only to the end, so pray tonight.
Okay. Hello, everybody. So, we are doing ARR, Reborn. I'm started. And, we could easily just, use the fact that we're level 90, fly over to the mission, destroy it. But we decided we're going to have a little bit of fun.
Well, let's start from why we're doing this. So, both of us have had experiences where when we started this game, we were pushed through really quickly.
Yep.
So there are many parts that we don't remember. We've been debating this for a while, but with the latest update, they completely redid the base game of Final Fantasy XIV. So that takes out a lot of what we like to call fetch quests. And let me tell you, if you decide to play this game after we show you guys kind of what's going on, bless you. You don't have to put up with the suffering that we did. And we kind of are
not
here.
as much.
Yes. And we're honestly, it's been reworked a couple times since we both started anyways, so we wanted to redo the story, see what it was like. And yeah, no, he's 100% right. We wanted to share it with you guys, and we kind of put it up to ourselves to look like we're newbies, run through it like a newbie without the mounts, without any minions. And I even depowered myself a little bit by taking away my job quest.
I, however, cannot do the said thing, because I would do the same thing, but let me show you why you see, here I have what I call my menu button, which opens up these buttons, which opens up these menus. It's how I organize my game, so I can easily switch between jobs. The only problem is that I made what the base is for all these hotkeys to work, because the way these hotkeys have to work is they reference hotbars within jobs is I made Lancer my job. That is the HUD. So, and I'm not undoing my HUD for the bit, as much as I hate saying it.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of unplugging. It's like a bunch of wires crossed. It's better to leave it alone and just do as much as you can. Noob, I guess, would be the phrasing.
Yep.
But yeah, no, we figured, hey, there's a couple people that we know that tune in that we brought up Final Fantasy XIV to. If y'all want to see the story, we don't mind going through and reading this stuff off and letting y'all see what this game is about.
Hey, Scorch.
A fellow friend that actually plays this game. Hello, friend.
Scorch,
You're gonna watch us noob it up.
Scorch here with the uwu. So we both start in Gridania, and Gridania has to talk to who I cannot pronounce the name of, so I just call him Garfield. I was just talking to Garfield, and I remember it was like Mother Mione's like, "Hey, you're level 4. Go talk to this dude, and he'll have some quests for you."
Okay.
And
But we should explain who Mother Mione is, just right quick.
Yeah, Mother Mione is the head of basically the Adventurers Guild of Gridania.
Yes. In each city-state, you get one person that's overheading it. Mother Mione is over Gridania.
Yeah.
She is a Elzen, or if you're not used to the
Final Fantasy terms, an elf.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Yo, talk to this dude. He's got some stuff that you could potentially do."
So that you can grow your reputation and be seen as useful. Basically.
Yeah, we're like, okay. So we go and talk to him, and one of the quests is, well, I need to make sure you're up to snuff. Have some level 5 gear on. Because otherwise you're going to die. And we're like, okay, sure. We're already in level 90 gear. This was an easy quest.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when you guys start that is going to be a little harder. As you will not have much gil. I think you'll have maybe 200 gil at that point in time. And then you have to... Oh my god, there's another person looking at us. Sorry. There's been a couple people who clicked on our characters and looked at us and been like, why are you level 90s in noob gear? What the actual... So... But you will need to get at least 3 articles of clothing that will boost your item level, I think, is more or less what it was.
Item level doesn't really become important until later.
But, yeah.
So yeah. And usually after that mission, the guy's like, alright, you got good enough gear. How about you prove that you can defend yourself? How about you prove that you can fight and kill some of the enemies that are around camp that are giving us some trouble? That mission's been cut. We're already onto Chasing Shadows mission. We have
Oh! Another known... Another one.
This way.
It was right there.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, we are fully and utterly going newbie mode. We are not utilizing... After you complete the base game, you are allowed to fly in these areas. We are not taking advantage of that. We want you guys to see the whole ass experience. Because, let me tell you, you see how to fly, you're gonna want to fly, and you're never gonna want to walk again. Believe me, it's painful with every expansion, but you feel like you've earned it. So, we're trekking it. We are trekking it all the way over here.
Once we get to the level 15 quests of ARR, they do eventually give you what is known as the writing license, the mount license. basically. And that's when we'll be able to use our mounts again. But we won't fly.
Yes.
However, I will say I think we will be a little faster than what other people would be because of having completed the game, but it's still going to be roughly the same.
However, we will point where to go because it is a side quest. Do I remember correctly?
No, I thought they made it a main quest.
Did they?
I don't know.
It used to be side. If it's main, ignore me. But yeah, no, and at that point you get your first mount as well.
The company chocobo.
Yes.
Which you can actually change how it looks. Like if I were to show off mine real fast.
Oh, I was gonna say
mine's dressed up like a post movable.
And then there's also here's mine. You can also color.
Which requires your free company house to have a stable, and free company house.
You just gotta find any stable and you gotta feed it certain items. I don't 100% know what it is off the top of my head, but there are easy guides on how to color your chocobo in 14 online. I promise you, it is an easy Google search away. It's how I learned how to do mine.
But yeah, back to Nubin.
Yeah.
Sword in the sword in the stone.
Basically. You may see a bunch of people with little sprouts. Those are what we call the actual newbies.
Yeah, these people, like Jason here, actual sprout. Yeah. Also, this is instant. So goodbye.
You're fine. Alright.
Also, you'll see on mine, I think I failed this fight the first time I ever fought. And, or this is something that is also available if you're redoing instances. You can do normal, easy, or very easy. It'll always throw you into normal your first time through, but if you fail, you get the option to do easy or very easy.
Yeah. And
I always pick very easy if I fail because I'm scared of easy. If normal kick.
Well, but it'll always read out this information whenever you start. You are about to enter an instance battle. It'll give similar stuff for stuff down the road, but you'll be used to it by then.
Yeah.
So it says, take a moment to read the information before answering the call of duty. And of course, sinking level 9, because at that point, that's a level 9. It's basically saying if you're over the level 9 cap, it'll level you down.
Yeah. Also, to anyone who plays Final Fantasy XIV and is current, get ready to hear some voices from the long distant past. Yeah, I just heard Ida's ARR voice actress.
Oh dear. Is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea.
It's kind of sad, because I haven't heard Papalimo's
It takes a lot less than
other
that
voice.
to incite the
I've only
green
heard his
wrath, you know?
ARR.
Why, the first time we came to the 12's Wood,
Is
we
this
almost
our
ended up
dark
as a
stranger?
dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place. It was all Papalimo's fault, of course.
Also,
Though
you get
he'd
to see
sooner swallow
Moogles
the staff than
as
admit
in
that
every
he's
Final
wrong.
Fantasy game.
No, not this one. Not even close. Kippo!
Hello.
You know him, Kuplo Kop?
Kuplo Kop.
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
For those who don't know what Papalimo is, that's the dwarves of this world, aka the Lalafels. We like to call them our little potatoes.
How are the readings?
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well. And newly manifested at that.
God, I miss their old voices.
Kuplo Kop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
Another thing for you guys. If you have any questions,
since the
if you have not
calamity,
played
the
this game
forest has been
forever, or
really
you guys have any
sensitive.
questions about it, please feel free to ask.
Yeah, no, we're happy to answer questions.
The slightest disruption to the etheric flow. And this sort of thing happens.
Yes.
Gotta hate it.
God. Level sync down to level 9. Let's do this. Going from 90 to 9.
We have little choice.
Fighting at only a 10. Sure.
Yup.
It doesn't even matter that the Dragon Soulstone on it. This one.
No.
Oh,
Oh my god. Did you enter
yeah.
tempered temperature and animated futurist? By something similar. What I understand, every single area has something similar to what we're going through here in Ladania. So in the other two city states, which are called Ul'dah and the Sulamitsa,
Lasagna for better.
you will run into, instead of these two, you will run into a separate character on each one. Gridania is the only one that gives you 2 people.
Yep.
Don't expect that to be.
Yeah. Now, I will say, people use it in. So, well, the person you got, just like how these people don't have their names on yet, is known as the Handsome Stranger.
Look up what the other one was known as.
I don't know what she's known as because I've never had a Lemesky character.
But
Anyone knows what Michelle was not known yet name is? It's in chat. Let us know.
yeah. The only reason we know of I didn't want to use names, but the only reason the Handsome Stranger was found out was because of Twitter. So
Hey, I found $2 characters. I knew that one was a character.
I did not. So but yes, if anybody can give us the you know what, I won't say what ratio.
No.
That there's some kind of
Rise.
yes. Because a lot of the people we meet are different races. They try to be as diverse as possible.
Okay, is this cutscene also? Yes. Hey, look, we've got our first piece of rock candy.
Oh my god!
It's delicious blue flavor.
Oh my god. Just like I shut something down, I end up restarting it again. So another thing, you guys start, it'll give you a cutscene in the very beginning when you first start the game. And it, takes about 3 minutes-ish? It tries to give a slight understanding behind this.
Behind this.
But it'll give slight. You'll understand this a little more, not by much, but this will become a recurring theme.
Crystal Bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown
Okay,
dim.
so in every expansion past ARR,
And as it hath faltered,
this crystal is
so
bigger.
hath darkness risen up in its stead.
Yes.
Presaging
And
an
crystal
end
is
to
hideable.
life.
Yeah.
For
It
the
also
sake
comes in
of
many shapes and
all,
forms.
I beseech
Um,
thee, deliver us from this fate.
she is known as
The power
the
to
Mother.
banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light.
There's a lot to unpack with this.
Journey forth
And
lay
over
claim to them.
what? More expansion? Private
Technically, Realm Reborn is an expansion.
Isn't?
Is. Oh, here's the bigger crystal.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, I could have sworn we saw the bigger crystal.
I still swear it's a little big.
I mean, maybe that
By
we get
thy
smaller.
deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves
But,
to thee.
basically over five
Only believe,
total,
for the light
Parts.
liveth in thy heart.
you get to basically unlock the history and the understanding of all of this. Because ARR does not answer every question.
In fact, it makes a lot more questions than it does answers.
Yes, it does.
Like, what's up with all these people who are also circling around the crystal? This implies that not only is your main character not the only one blessed, but there's a lot
Go
going on.
now, my
It gives a
child.
lot, and the
And
later
shine
expansions
thy
kind of do the
light
same
on
thing.
all
They'll answer whatever
creation.
questions that came either in that same expansion or also from last expansion, but they'll introduce more questions. And it keeps going and going. And even with the latest expansion of Endwalker, it does the same.
We got a lot of answers for all of the games
You
so
fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
far. Oh, back to
Regularly scheduled
And
programming.
what have we here?
Our culprit, it would seem, an Ixal. And no ordinary Ixal either. A chieftain. That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders. This is Papalimo. We found
How
the
are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an Ixal
Better?
chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter.
Giant crystals?
Oh,
Can't say I've seen any.
cutlass. Much the same
Are
as
you
always.
sure you're feeling better?
Understood. Over and out. Kuplo Cop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out. Kupo!
I miss Kukla.
Yeah, you don't see him much.
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take care.
Another thing, I also tried to use a hairstyle that I had changed it anyways
I
because
think that sword
you
might
probably
be
have
a
noticed
clue.
where we've played this
You should
game in the
definitely
past
pull
and
it
I
out and
changed my
take it back to the
hairstyle, like I
banner.
changed my outfits. I just thought also it would be a good idea maybe. Because unfortunately,
You don't suppose
even
that
though we have certain
adventurer could
hairstyles you guys can
Kuplo
see on
Cop,
stream,
do you?
And
You have to
this
unlock
occurs to you now?
some of them are not
Yes.
in the
It
original
seemed that way.
which is a little sad because a lot of them are
will tell.
trapped underneath the long
Well,
long,
time you have
tedious
to,
stuff.
because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless... You don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
What?
The banter between these two. They were a good dynamic.
Yeah.
always great going back and watching some good interactions between characters.
Yeah. I assume you got it.
Yep. I'm using a hairstyle that comes from later in the game, I'll be honest, but
It was also something we unlocked during an event, because that is something you would have to do PvP for. I looked into it.
yeah.
Not fun.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't do PvP.
Neither of us do. Just that's. I have to be in a really, really
Oh, there's a fate.
I think it's over here. These little things.
Do you want to do the fate real fast?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, no. That's a lot, by the way. If you do not know how to aim properly, you may hit the wrong thing. It happens. Don't feel it. Yep. Oh. Also, if you want to start as a healer, everything goes after you.
Yeah.
Everything.
If you're a healer, the game hates you.
Yes.
Because you exist. You dare to exist within the game's proximity.
Yes.
Hi, that's technology.
Oh, wait, it's a. Bing!
Yeah, usually, Fates is a great way to get experience points in this game, if you need them.
Yeah.
Need them.
Yeah.
But it's not with these classes.
No. I do have lower level classes that are in this kind of range, but I still. We were starting over from where we started from. Now, I will say, I started as a different class, but I still started in this area. Each area has a list of base classes you can start as, and then they have additional classes that they put into each area that can be unlocked later. Some are tanks. I think there's like three other healers you can do.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of DPS.
Yeah, there are a shit ton of TPS classes, but some of them don't unlock until you're like level 50 or 60.
Yeah.
Okay, so I accidentally clicked through his first text box. His first text box was basically, yo, person, good to see you.
Actually, I was gonna say, it says a sword in the stump and a dead soul.
One of our patrols sent word that you had been spotted doing battle with enraged Koreans. Relieved to find you none the worse for the experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover? Life and stone. Here, have this sword. I think it was made in China.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the first bunches of text boxes, not this one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sort of the stump, that Ixel. I can say with absolute certainty this blade is of Ixel origin. It is a kind used exclusively in peace and ritual. Ixel rarely set foot in the crowd, so tight is our guard over the area. Workers could have driven them to take such a risk. Something must be afoot. What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles? So you finally been acquainted with Yida and Papa. Later suspicions to us, Gridania counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land, and have been with us since before the calamity. Their guard may appear outlandish, and their exchange is baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the gods quiver and wood whalers in their work, much as I hope you will in the days to come. Although our visitor eludes us still, owing to your efforts, we have acquired important intelligence of the Ixal. You have my ground. We are fortunate indeed to have people adventurers such as you aiding us. I pray you will continue to serve the people of Britannia in whatever capacity you are in. And usually this screen would have rewards, but then I don't know how easy it is to see with my settings on OBS, but Yeah, since this is New Game Plus, we're good.
Yeah, nor experience, nor money. You can get experience, money, and item. Which sometimes you get items you can sell. So.
Or items you can use if you're in a bot.
Yes. Also, I just noticed to the left of us, there's somebody else running through New Game Plus, which is cool.
Yeah. You can tell by their title. They have the 6.1 adventure title.
Yep, as well as the outfit you get from doing that.
Yeah. Let's see. Injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed, and I require a capable sort to complete their unfinished duty. Task is simple. Put down as many of the local, I can't pronounce that, population as necessary to acquire 3 of their eggs. When done so, you will deliver them to Monragwin? At
I will
Gilbert's
say,
Fire.
not many characters have this hard of a name later down the road.
Yeah, a lot of them get easier.
They get much easier.
He will answer any queries you may have. Any queries you may have. Now I have other business too. Basically, go get some eggs. I'm busy.
Yeah. You will see that, especially with our levels, these things are going to go down fast.
These things are going to basically get killed in one hit.
Yeah. I'll leave that one. Also, what happens is sometimes they will chain. Yep.
Yep.
I promise you, it's not that easy. It's not
really
that
not
easy.
that easy. If I had any classes that were Gridania appropriate at low enough level, I would switch to.
Yeah. Even my one that's kind of low in this area
Would still one-shot everything.
because I think. Oh,
Sorry.
you're good.
Ah, you must be the adventure senator for our injured companions. Terribly unfortunate business, that.
Click.
Seems, however, that you had little trouble gathering the exact symbols. Excellent work. I shall have them sent over to the Trappers League. And lest you wonder, these egg sacs are not destined for the dinner table. All members of the Twin Adder and the Wood Whalers are assisting the League by collecting samples they need to check for signs of sickness.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it's one of the few creatures capable of transmitting the disease known as the creeping death. Until relatively recently, any hero who contracted this ghastly illness would almost invariably perish.
Yep.
Indeed, a single outbreak once claimed the lives of a third of the Bayurian population here in Verdun. Now it's a long time ago, of course. Medicines available just now. The creeping death is not the killer it once was. Even so, it is best to halt any new outbreaks before they occur. Thus, we gather eggs on a regular basis in order to assist the Trappers League with their ongoing research. Timely assistance is most appreciated.
Yeah. I think it's a long thing of text. Basically, y'all probably understood the fact that there was a disease. And they basically try to keep track of it. They try to make sure that it doesn't happen again, rather than saying, "Oh, it's gone." They are constantly monitoring this. They are constantly sending out their troops to kill these things.
Yeah, because these things can contract and transmit the disease. And it's a race-specific disease, so it's basically... And Hyeras are the fancy name for just basic humans in this world.
Hello.
So...
Waves in here.
Sammy's a Hyer.
Yes.
Basically, it is a human-targeting only black plague called the Creeping Death.
Yes.
And it's terrifying that existence.
Which, while Gridania has a good number of Elizan elves, a lot of them you will see there's not even many. So there's a couple of different races you can become when you start the game. If you're starting on the free trial, there's only a couple of them that you can become. Here, Elzin, Makote, which is what Adonis is.
Lalafell.
Can you become a? No.
Rogatin.
And then
I think that's it, because the other races, Aura, Hrothgar and Viera are expansion classes.
Yes.
However,
Balrog
because of Heaven's Sword, I don't know. You might be Viera, probably not. I think that's a Stormblood thing.
Maybe not though, because we have somebody we knew who started as an Alra.
Yeah. Okay. So you can also be an Alra.
Yeah, which is dragon folk. You are part dragon.
Well, you look like you're part dragon.
Yes.
In universe, you're not part dragon, but
No.
most people who make Alras make them part dragon because it's our characters and we do what we want. So.
But yes, but basically Gridania's got a lot of Elysian and hires, humans and elves, and when they say it knocked out a third, that means a third of the population at that time. All that was hires, humans.
Yeah.
That it was going after.
That's a lot.
Which is terrifying.
Absolutely. Oh, Fate spawned on us.
We already showed a Fate. It's fine.
Yeah. It's such an embarrassing turn of events. I sent a recruit from the Bannock on a surveying expedition, only for the Craven to turn tail and flee at the first sign of trouble. This is not how we treat requests from the convicts. And as if such a foreshadowing were bad enough, they delivered half-wit left behind the surveying equipment provided by Hero Pauline herself. While I attempt to instill some backbone in the so-called soldier, would you mind recovering the survey gear and turning it to Hero Pauline at Gabino's Bower? According to my recruit's tale of woe, there should be a set of survey records, a surveyor's rope, and 2 boxes of surveyor's instruments strewn about the interior of the cave to the south of here. Wonder the damn fool didn't lose his boots. Matron Pacho.
Yeah. Another thing you will notice, in a lot of, I think it happens in the other city states too, but when you first get into these areas, the very beginning, they don't want to accept you at first.
No, because you're just a person who literally walked into town and was like, I want to join the Lancers Guild, or in Udall's like, I want to join the Gladiators Guild. And they're like, sure, Jan.
You have people where you're signing up at the Adventurers Guild, which is the first place you gotta go. You have people looking at you sideways. Like, why are you... Also, again, this would not be this easy.
Yeah, no, anything here with the red on it, next to its name, if we were at level, would be trying to kill us on sight.
Yes.
However, these things instinctively know that we can curb stomp them in one hit and are not touching them.
Yeah, like this. Oh. Again, in the beginning areas, for whatever reason, these things like to chain. They want you to learn that if you hit one, a bunch of them could hit you.
Yeah, normally you have to fight your way through this cave. Basically, touch this level 10.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, oh, that's scary, and run back. Either you risk running through here to walk around, or you run back through the cave and fight anything that's potentially respawned.
Which you get, I think, what, 3 minutes? Something like that?
Not that. This
60.
not even. This thing just respawned.
Okay, I must be thinking of other stuff. But yeah, no. My suggestion, if you guys gotta run through an area like this, and you're on level, take one monster at a time, and just kind of pick them off. Even if it's a chain, work on whatever it chains to. Because otherwise you're gonna get very overwhelmed very quickly. And it, let me just say, it is not pretty.
It is not.
Okay. Now we go up here.
Oh, there you go. Yes, may I assist you with some water? Yeah, here's your surveying equipment back from the soldier that doesn't know how to...
Yeah.
Oh, but this is the equipment out for the soldiers of the Bannock. What did the first I did you say? I see. Well, all's not lost. It appears the recruit managed to complete the surveying assignment. The records are actually quite detailed. Okay. With the changes brought by the calamity, I thought it wise to send an order to an adder on a number of expeditions to map the region's topography. Fortune would have it that I should solve these tasks as an excellent opportunity to train in experienced soldiers. No longer rely on our past knowledge would. If we are to survive these troubled times, we must reacquaint ourselves with our surroundings, that we can better discern the threats we face, stay vigilant, adventure. Okay, so I think this is the game's in-universe way of saying, hey, the map changed from 1.0.
Yeah, so...
Because this area used to be in 1.0, and the Black Shroud was basically a forest hallway walking simulator, and people hate it.
So also for those who don't know much about 14, A Realm Reborn, they literally rebirthed this game because the original did not do well.
At all.
So they completely nuked it. The calamity they talk about is what basically the event that showed at the end of the game.
Yeah, no.
At the end of the initial 1.0.
Yeah.
Where they went, alright, goodbye, all your accounts are destroyed temporarily.
However, at some point between them being told, okay, kill the game, and being told something else, they were basically told, okay, kill the game, we're going to rework it, and then we're going to re-release it, and the next expansion is just going to be the new base game. So, they decided to basically sequel bait us with the expansion, because after the calamity happens, they basically had a splash screen show up that said, I forget, but it was basically the equivalent of if as one adventure ends, another begins.
Yeah.
Hinting at the fact that 14 was going to come back.
Yes. I will say there are regions. We are in the country of Eorzea, which has the city-states, as we stated before, Utah, Limsa, Lamenza, and Gridania. The calamity only affected Eorzea. There's a fourth area that gets focused on in the next expansion.
But I personally will have to go there at some point, just to show it off, because it's where my Dragoon training happens.
Mm-hmm. Which we can show the first area we go into.
Which is the only one I go into. Just real quick, before we continue on with the history of 14. I hesitate to make such dangerous requests, but might you assist us in thinning the number of anoles on Naked Rock? Our efforts to commune with the elements. We conjurers often find ourselves in the area. Of late, however, our meditations have all too frequently been interrupted by unprovoked attacks. Truly, the beasts grow more aggressive by the day. Their numbers have continued to grow since the advent of the seventh umbral era. You see, forcing packs of the scale can to come down from the mountains in search of food. You could slay a handful of these beasts that could lessen their needs to hunt, and also serve as a warning to the anoles to remain within their territory. I'm afraid you must do more than thin the existing population. If we are to truly break the spiraling growth, then we must also target their future offspring. Bring them one of their eggs, and you will have played your part in returning balance to this area of the forest. So yeah, there's another area that used to be very green, and now it's very not.
Yeah.
More on that later.
Yes. But, like I said, we are in the country of Eorzea. If you go... Later on, you get to go to different places, different countries. They were not affected by this calamity.
They will, however, basically be like, oh, our sympathies for this calamity.
Yes. Also, again...
This would be a lot harder if we were on like...
Yes. And actually, I would probably be sneaking up this damn thing.
Yeah,
because this is terrifying to have so many around it.
Yeah, no. On level, this was... On level, this gave me so much trouble.
Running through... Yeah, no. My starter class was not a healer, as I said before. I was actually an archer to begin. Which has even less defense than a lancer.
And when I say I was having trouble with this area, I mean like, if these things, if two of those sneezed on me, I might die. but I might also live. If all three of that group sneezed on me, which is very possible because they chained together, I would be dead.
Yeah.
They would sneeze me.
Yes. But yeah. But yes, the Calamity basically redid the base, the starting country, for everything in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see, do we explain what the Calamity is? Because I know it.
It shows up in the intro cutscene.
It does.
Long story short, without spoilers, because the Calamity does get more thoroughly explained later in the game, in both main and side content. The Calamity there was a red moon called Dalmud.
And
it came crashing down.
Yeah. We're not gonna go farther into who made it crash down.
Oh, I forgot to read that. Basically, she thanked us for the egg, and she's going to find a way to make it that way. The egg is now going to be delivered to someone else, because they will be able to do research and stuff to make it that way. The population of the Anole in this area won't be able to, populate.
Yes.
We're basically...
It's one thing about ARR that a lot of people used to complain about was it was filled with too many things. They tried to patent out the experience because the base game is your first 50 levels, which are easy to level.
Mm-hmm.
Because every expansion after this
adds an
is
extra
every 10. And let me tell you, it's hard getting those fucking 10 levels. Doesn't matter if you're running around doing main stories, side quests, if you're trying to level up a crafter or whatever, it's hard.
Doing what people call fate grinding, where you just do fates back to back to back.
There's a lot of stuff this game offers in order to level up. It's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard.
Who goes there? Oh, player. It's you. Another delivery? It's also in the place of my character's name. I'm just going to say player, because it's whatever you name your character off.
Yeah.
I'm not certain I should be the one to fight Nafika? Nofika?
Nofika.
Nofika?
Yes.
That's an Anole egg. You should be glad indeed to see one of these at the table. You say here, Pauline sent you. Here the animals are more numerous than ever, yet you appear to have managed the task with your skin intact. Your skill and bravery continue to amaze me.
That is the end of that one. Now,
thank the gods you've come. We have a potential crisis, so I appreciate your assistance. Hear me in. Spirit hold broken. We're gonna disband.
party again. Yeah.
Yep. Listen well. We haven't much time. Southeast of your last dungeon is Spirit Hole. It was all but destroyed during the land. Desiring to offer the ruins back to the forest, a hero ventured inside to carry out the right of returning. Alas, it seems something has gone awry. Word arrived just moments ago that the hero and his guards have been attacked by a towering shadow. You heard me true, a shadow. On any other day, I would dispatch my best corpsmen to provide support, but I sent them to repel an Ixali incursion in the West Shroud from the area of Belago.
Hold on, before we continue, is there a shroud that we can actually access? I don't think I ever remember a West Shroud. I know there's the North, the Central, the East, and the South.
We'll check.
Yeah, we're gonna double check
events
this.
could not be mere coincidence. I fear the Exalts and plans are attempting to disrupt the right in an effort to belong to man and elemental. They must not be allowed to succeed. And so I bid you to go to Spirit Hole to do whatever is necessary to resolve the situation. Please say you will help us.
Yeah.
I knew you would, Dan. You will have all the support I can muster. Now we are racing against time, so you had best movements. Yeah. Player never talks.
In ARR. Player never talks in ARR.
I do not remember any time that we do talk.
The only times we ever talk is when it allows you to choose one.
Okay, we don't have voice to line.
No, we will never have voice line.
No.
Unfortunately.
No, there is not a West Shroud that we can access.
Then where are they sending these guys to? Narnia? Where is he sending these guys to? That concerns me. I'm sorry, that concerns the absolute hell out of me. Yeah, I sent them to the West Shroud. To where?
Look,
To
we
where?
obviously don't need to go to the West Shroud.
Sir, I'm going to pull up. No, I'm just going to do this for research purposes. Y'all won't be able to see this at first, but just back up a little bit.
Okay, I'm knowing you're following.
No, I'm Go. There is a feature, by the way, where you can just auto-follow somebody, so, yeah. Tell your friends. Let me see. Click that.
We're already on.
Central, East. Yeah, I don't know where they think it's going. But yeah, no.
We're here.
Nice. But yeah, it's coming to the west.
Who goes
So I don't know where they think they're sending them.
Who goes there? An adventure. Here at Instructor Garfield's request, you say. Doubtless you already know this, but a towering tower so that won't protect the areas. Right. As soon as the party has been successfully evacuated with fire, please find them and see.
Again.
Oh, we may not need great partners.
No. Again. Not yet.
This would be very difficult.
Yes.
On low. Here, I'm just gonna.
Say though, the lines on this expansion, they're glorious.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Great Shadow Tower, and the 12 good grace. Please, you must save the hero.
I will say the hearer is basically a fancy conjurer. I want to say a basic way of saying it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like that's undercutting what they actually are, but they can heal usually too. They are basically they hold conjurer weapons. Yeah.
Feed-seers must know about this. They're basically something between that of a conjurer and a like. Oh, yeah.
Yep. You go.
Goodbye.
Yep. Alright.
Which means you're gonna see us struggle again. Oh, you're gonna see me struggle.
I'm going normal. I've already ran this through, because I didn't know about New Game Plus for a while, so I had restarted on different characters, on different...
Masked Mage. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone of soul, that we wake to life.
Here we go. I think what'll be a good place to stop is I want to see how far we can get. Because they broke up. They broke this up a little bit. They broke it up into parts. Part 1.
I imagine part 1 would be all of the base expansion.
We're out of here.
Also, I can confirm and use all also have to fight the golem. So, I wouldn't be surprised if the same question with that stuff.
Yes.
So these masked mages will always send clay golems out.
Yes.
Who could be vanquished? That man is no ordinary adventurer. Yeah, that's right. I looked over to where you were. I heard you talking shit.
Oh my god.
Papolimo! Damnation. He has eluded us yet again. And Yida just, oh, fancy meeting you here. Our thing.
Oh,
Well, hello. Oh, we get our first headache.
the first headache of millions.
And millions.
Oh, isn't that right? Isn't that right, Scorch? Isn't that right?
I cannot read fast. This is automatically going.
You have it on auto?
I didn't think I did. Okay, I did not. It was just Pepolimo's one text box with auto cut because of Yida being like, shh. More birds. This makes how many times today? 7? Movements are beyond. Do you think maybe they're trying to summon their front? Oh, not for all our sakes, yet we must be prepared for the worst. Scorch just lol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would it? Same fate has fallen in the old time. News has appeared. Dalamud's anomaly is affecting life control. There's the calamity, by the way. That's Dalamud. As it is slowly making its way towards the ground.
Oh.
I mean the disturbance in the etheric flow. The very same. Guardians have a lot to do. The imbalance they have created is plunging the land of chaos, just as Louis Schwab warned. It's no wonder the promise of started here. Time is against us, but there's still hope. Let's hold fast to that hope and fight to the very last. Just thumbs up. Agreed.
Yep.
Ida. Charlie innovation. Show more respect. They do look kind of stupid though, I believe. And ugly. Ask me there and Bruno over that mask.
Oh.
Look, the mask adds mystique. Hard to believe it's already been 5 whole years. 5 years is but a heartbeat in the life of the planet. But you're right, now that I think about it, Post was barely reported at all. And still have the same old problem. Along with some new ones, just because Ixo and Gerudo was some enough. The Sliffs had to go on a invite Vermont, or didn't they? Do you ever think thought those adventures would follow alongside us? I do, and then 5 years seems like ages. I wonder what became of them. This is what exactly? Yeah, another destruction in the air? The manifested that. Seems to be emanating from Lifeman's stump. So this part flashback is right before they kill us?
Yep.
So we have an echo so strong it goes back 5 years and like 5 days. If that.
That's a good way to put it.
Are you alright? Your eyes glazed over for a while there. The good news is that the heroes unarmed Somewhat dazed, yes, but full of my body. Bad news concerns everything else. Lest you forget, the 12 foot is the domain of the element. It is by their leave that man abides in the forest and avails himself to its death. Around which the dungeon occupies is no different. Having no more use for the dungeon, the Bredonians sent here to offer this place back to the elementals by way of the right of returning, which is essentially an expression of gratitude. Last, he failed to complete the ritual for obvious reasons. Or the poor soul cannot be blamed for this. The fact remains that unless the elementals are given their due, they may well consider it a slight. And the very last thing we could do in these uncertain times is risk alienating the 12 woods. But you have more than done your part. We shall sell your safety and send for his peers to finish the rite. In the meantime, please make it. Austin. Where are my manners? And Papalima. The tactless woman beside me here is Ida. Happily, and I are surveying the 12s work together. Pleased to meet you.
Let me know when you're out.
I will.
Just finish that.
Wait, there's something familiar. Never mind, that was my tricks till we meet again. Okay, so that line makes a little more sense if you're something called a legacy player.
Basically, that means you were in 1.0.
Yep. If
So,
party.
so if you had played in 1.0, I think you got free access to the game.
You got free access to the game, I think, for like a month or two. Like you didn't get to play ARR fully free, but it was like you got
You got first dibs.
Yeah, you got first dibs. You got a special tattoo that you could equip to your character called the Legacy Tattoo. And you also had special cutscenes.
Yes.
Both at the beginning of the game and later in the game, you have cutscenes that are special only to Legacy players that no one else can get. They're either cutscenes that are all original, or they are alternate voice lines for cutscenes that will only play out if you're a Legacy player.
There is also, I looked into New Game. It ends at the level 15 when it all diverges to 1.
Right before or after the city tour? After the city tour. What else happened inside Spirit Pool? 12. Preserve us. Who was that masked mage? By what dark ambition is he driven? No anything shrouded in mystery. Well, I should find answers on my own. Such a laid-back attitude, just, well, I ain't gonna find out on my own.
Well, I'm not an idiot to go into there. Nope. Nope. I am just part of this grand company, and that is all I need to know.
I must discuss this with Garfield. Afterwards, I will call him Garfield.
Oh my god.
This matter warrants a full investigation. And that shall certainly be my recommendation. Prepare to save many lives instead. Since you have my deepest gratitude. You return to your daughter and seek out the young knight. Most institutions thank you for your efforts.
Now, we can do this.
We can do this because we would have been fools, and all the game forces us to attune to Verdun. I'll pay for the first teleport.
So, basically, that is part of the tutorial. It basically sets you up to be able to teleport home. And it sets your... There's two options you can do. You can use your teleport or your return. Teleport costs you money. Return, you have one place you connect to, and you can return anytime for free, but you have to wait over a 3-minute time.
Yeah, my return, my home point is actually set somewhere that is not ARR, so I couldn't use it. And also, I don't use the teleport button that often. I actually just open the map and teleport that way.
Same here. But,
also, another thing with return is if you're in a party like we are, if I were to use return, it would take me to a location that is in Walker, and it would not offer a party teleport.
Yeah.
You have to pay money in order to teleport your team.
yes. Another thing. If you have not unlocked that area, it will not let you go.
Yep. So let's say we were starting out and I was removed all, She was from Gridania, and we were in the middle of the city tour as a team, and I wanted to try and teleport her to Udal in order to bypass the airship.
No.
It wouldn't work.
No. I'm talking about. Say you're in the third expansion, Stormblood. You're over in that area. And you're still in ARR, you haven't paid for that. You're still in the base game starter kit. If you're in it, which you can't even, you have to have them invite you to a party in free trial. They cannot, even if they teleport over there, it will not prompt you to go.
Yep. And again, with my example, also being only an ARR, say we were to add each other to party, and I was to teleport to Udal, and she hasn't unlocked Udal, she still wouldn't be able to teleport, even though we were both in here.
But yeah, don't think that
you can't choose the system.
Yeah, you can't. They made sure of it.
We tried. Welcome back, player. A little bird tells me that the hero's party owes you their lives. A tale for the tavern if ever there were one. It's only a shame that I must ask you not to tell it for the time being. You ought to make something clear. So the heroes have made their will the matter known. It would be best to avoid unsettling shores of walking statues. Now then, you must have suitable recompense for your service. This is when we unlock the ability to use the inn. Which is all that is. The inn is your best friend. The second half of your reward, after you path the fame and fortune, guild leaves.
Guild leaves.
And then you will never use them until you're leveling up alternate classes.
Kinda.
Unless it's Crafter Gatherer, in which case they're your primary purpose of leveling.
It also, early game, like if you were behind a level, it's kind of a good way, but they don't really make it to where it's all that important. And after, I think, so many expansions, they discontinued it because there was other paths that people could choose. But they still offer it for early game stuff.
Yeah. So, again, I personally never used guild leaves until I was forced to by the story, pretty much. And, yeah, no, that was just my personal choice. Like, I just chose not to use them.
Yeah. No, I kinda... The further we get, the more y'all will get to see more. There's dungeons, there's the fates, which we showed you guys. And they get harder. As you unlock more areas, you get further in, they get harder.
Yep. Also, Mother Mione just basically motherly doting. Like, you made Mother proud, now could it be a good adventure? It's just like, thanks, Mione.
I was gonna say, alright. Yet another portion that was kind of cut up a little bit.
Oh, and talk to the Chocobo Wrangler when you arrive. So we are about to also get this way.
No.
Yes.
No, you don't get that until... I could have sworn you don't get that until, it's called a company chocobo. I could have...
I think you can...
Leroy Jenkins!
I think you can get the permission to use mounts before you can actually get your first mount.
I think. Maybe.
Yeah, also we cheated a little bit before the stream and we used branch. You would see that we started here in Bent Branch Meadows. But that's because we forgot where Garfield was.
Forgot this Wii business.
You didn't know either.
I...
Why did you?
Where are you going?
Anyway.
Oh my god, you sound so bitter. Go. Yep. This one always had a specific game.
Alright. We'll pretend that we've attuned to the Aether right.
Yeah.
And we go over here.
By the way, please attune to your Aetherites, otherwise you're gonna have to walk back and forth.
Yeah, attune. If you see a crystal, attune to it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't let you attune to it, do MSQ until you can.
Yeah. Because I know there's certain areas, some parts of the game, that don't let you attune until you've done stuff. And it's
You venture beyond somewhere about Head Wrangler. On this part. But there may be more things about you. Good things, lest you worry. You know, that seats your greatest of adventures to see your doubts. The whole what yourself said about proving us wrong. Consider me calm. Any road. Oh my god, any road. I missed these puns the first time around. You wouldn't mind to help out the ranch, have you? Good. You could always do. And you push on smoothly. Matter of fact, I have a task right here that wants doing.
I'ma just say, the speech gets better. If y'all can't stand the speech like this, please know it gets better.
And
it doesn't always look like this.
And if you do love this type of speech, play Final Fantasy 15, and Sydney will be your favorite character.
Oh my god. Wrong game!
I know, but still.
Oh, and you become highly...
Also, I will say that this game is a little more vibrant than it looks. My OBS is slightly whitewashing.
Oh. Yeah, I think they've also updated coloring too.
Yeah.
Because that was one thing that they also used to complain about a little bit more, is that it was too dark.
Some bastard has gotten broken one of the chocobo eggs.
Weakworm? Weakworm.
Some lads gave chase. But then 3 more of the room appeared and Milot had no choice but to turn back. There's what you done about those weakworm. Would you mind heading over to Matron's Lead and having a word with the older named Slim there for me? I've been nesting her neck of the woods, see? You know what to do.
Yeah, when they say Ratman, you'll see.
Yeah. Also, hey, if you decide to start in Gridania, pay very close attention to this free route. It will be your friend. Don't be me and an idiot and not know how to run up a tree route.
Oh my.
You're here on Keitha's behalf. See, program rigs, you say? Look for the creatures. Nuisance at the best of times, but we must not trespass and check over to our lesser transgressions. And our retribution must needs be swift and decisive. Who better than deliver you to purify the layer with the busted here? Make an example of exactly 4 scramblers. We can send no clearer message.
Yeah, it's weird because I've kind of redone a couple of these, and I want to say.
Remember when I said don't be me and forget how to run up a tree route?
Fun. Where are you going?
I thought they were up there.
No, they're down here. That would be for like. That's a surprise tool that we'll use for later. So yeah, if y'all can see, they literally are around.
I think I killed more than 1.
Yeah, same here. It's fine. But Yeah, no, I actually, like I said, I've done new characters and gone through certain parts of this, and I recently went back and got this far on one of my new characters, and I didn't remember it being this brutal, where they're like, alright, you need to get exactly 4 to send a message. I thought, my brain went, I thought this shit started later. No!
Yeah, 14's always been slightly dark. Deed is done. Good. A grim task, but unnecessary. You've shown them the folly of inciting the wrath of those who consort with adventurers. Perhaps now the Queequern will think twice before giving in to their larcenous pro.
It's the same as. Yeah, they brought out a big ass thesaurus for this goddamn game.
Yeah. Oh, that adventure you seem like on your feet. Fancy a quick skip along the route of the heavens pillar here. Need someone to pick up a blue trumpet or two. You know what you're thinking. It's not more than mushrooms, so why the question? I'll tell you why. You all have fungal menace to multiply, and within a moon you'll be covering the whole damn root and rotting the wood through. Watch your step while you're up there, though. The dioramites on the ground won't waste any time adding insult to falling injuries. Once you're done, head to the top of the route and report to Diego. He'll be glad to hear someone's taking care of one of his more dreaded chores.
Yeah, I will say, they do, these swarms, they will, if you fall off this thing, they will follow you to the ground. They will.
Yep.
So, be very mindful. You'll see that they're blue. That means if you don't attack them, they won't attack you. They're the peaceful, they're a peaceful, creature. However, if you piss one off by throwing an attack at one of them, like say throwing your lance at it.
I don't attack blue creatures.
Yeah.
Often.
But basically, don't activate it, it won't touch you. It's like that saying with bees. You don't fuck with the bees won't fuck with you.
Yep. Oh, you play the root of the blue trumpets. Wonderful. To be quite honest, I have this tiny problem with heights. No, this is not my ideal posting, but we almost do what we must. Keeping the route passable is an important job, you see. It's one of the few ways folk can traverse essential shrouds since Calamity all but split the area in twain. It is not, perhaps, the easiest pathway to walk, but there are those who believe the will of the matron herself caused this tendril of a heaven's pillar to remain thus suspended. That might serve the fortunate people. I'm rather fond of the notion myself.
And flip.
It is regrettably my duty to stand the road from here to measures. Branch has become a veritable institution of Cadonia. So any threats to its continued operation are taken quite seriously. It reminds me, mayhap it was my imagination, but I believe I caught a glimpse of some shadowy fellow not too long ago. Would you mind passing word to Rosalind down below? I've got myself, but, well, it's hard enough marshalling courage to walk the route for my shot.
Yeah.
I mean, same here, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't like heights either.
No.
I can barely do a two-step ladder at work in order to stock the pool.
That's fair.
The shadowy fellow, now you mention it, I may have seen something. I dismissed it as a trick of lightning, but thought I saw a shadow in the forest to the north. Still, I suspect it's nothing more than a Queequern heap on the ground. You must state your curiosity and by all means investigate. Should you actually find something to know, I would like very much to see it.
Okay. Looks like it's this way.
It's just right over here. Probably one of those dark circles we step into it. The baddie showed up. No, it's an interactable.
It's just an interactable.
Let's do campfire.
A good thing to know about this kind of stuff, if it's glowing white, you're fine. If it's glowing black and purple,
You're dead. You're dead slowly.
it basically means to get ready to fight. Don't listen to this shit.
You know,
What?
default Makote look is actually going on me a little bit.
Look, the default looks were actually really good, but the ability to be able to have custom outfits didn't come until much later when you are introduced to many different outfits you can create. And then you're just like, forget it.
Yeah, fair. Have you found something? Yeah, me doing your job.
You're such an asshole.
Remains of the campfire and forgotten bag. This could belong to any adventure travel. Inside we have a chocobo grooming brush and roseland oil. But wait, why would a traveler make camp here? It would be far safer to beg the hospitality of Bent Branch Meadows. Pardon me, I think this belongs to that strangers said to be meddling with chocobos. Thank you, adventurer. We have been lax in our duties,
No
but
shit.
no longer. I swear we will find the shadow. Yeah, you really have. Cannot allow other sentries to dismiss and know what we have done. And prepare this letter containing everything we know about our mysterious stranger. I need to show it to my comrades throughout the shroud. Once each sentry is committed to deepest memory, have them write their name at the bottom for confirmation. Start with Elmar at the Bannock, then find Baron in the eastern gates of Bent Branch Meadows. They also relay the information to the others. Finally, make sure Elgar sees Elgar. He stands watch within the stables. So if this stranger's name is from chocobos, Elgar may have to personally put it in.
Yeah, again, didn't realize just how dark the beginning of this is, because this is nothing compared to some of the stuff you have to go through in later expansions, or even in this expansion for that matter, for the base game. You're just going around, running around, trying to do. Oh, right, over here.
Yeah, we can't do it in any order, unlike there are later quests where it's like you need to talk to persons X, Y, and Z. You can do it in any order you want. This early game forces us to do it in a particular order. Yeah. Hello, Elmar. Yep, look like you're here for the game. A shadowy figure, understood. I'll pass the look to the fruits as well as the same. Let me just make my mark. There, that should. Follow the road south, you'll find Bernard by the bridge, Bent Branch. Godspeed.
Which I'm going to use this thing we call Sprint. Because this is a run. Come on, I know I can make it up that. Again, there's one thing I hate about this waterway, and it's that you have to go up one specific pair of rocks.
Yeah.
And it's annoying!
You have business with me, adventurer. No, but your boss does. Rosalind is right cautious for this stranger to enter so close. You have to go to such great lengths to remain protected. Besides suspicious, we clearly have designs on it. We appreciate the help. I should write my name here, yes? And here, take it. You'll find it. Elgar in the stable.
Because I just heard say all that. You can also see, or sometimes you'll see older players running around with newer players. Most of the time, that's just friends teaching their friends how to play and offering help.
Or when we go into our house. Or there are people like me who at one point bought this off the market board in order to ferry their friends.
Woo! Wee wee.
Anyway, hey Elgar. Mind the birds adventurers, they get nervous around strangers. What's this shadowy stranger news in Matron's Leap? Already shown this Bernard elements. Good. Let's father left us from stuff. You know, everyone here is a wood wheeler, true, but you don't understand what was would hesitate to get arms to defend these jerk foes. They like getting paid.
Yeah.
Professional adventure with. Well, far be it from me to look a gift to Chocobo in the mouth. I have need of a capable man or woman, character's gender, like yourself. We received a peddler at the gates the other day, an excitable one, but sweating and swearing that he'd been attacked by a large winged beast. Other than hornets, I know of no common creatures in this region. If there's any truth what he said, it might prove problematic for us. Stop to see if we find any evidence to support us. And should we find something, we tell Lapierre to go his area some time instead of just standing beneath the spire and staring at God's damned road. In those words.
You can understand the spike between the guard of Gridania are called the Wood Whalers. They are part of their army, basically what they call Grand Hunters. Wood Whalers, I've noticed, have a lot more sense.
Oh yes. The Wood Whalers are also mostly lancemen and lancemen.
And a couple archers.
And a couple archers, but most of the archers are in the God's whip.
Yes.
With the God's bow.
Yes. And you got the conjurers where they lend one or two, but it's very, very rare that you'll see one.
Purple.
Ah! Here's a good example for all you newbies. For anybody who's never played.
Purple is bad.
Yeah. Normally, you'd have to, if you click it yourself and you're not in a party, it only affects you.
But since we were in a party, one of us spawned both of us.
Uh-huh.
Thankfully. I swear I played during a time where that wasn't the case, and it was annoying because I'd have like 2 or 3 people helping me, my friends. Not that they were. But, and we would go to, they'd be like, alright, go do this, and we'd end up with like 3 spawns.
Oh, that happened with the latest expansion too. For whatever reason, if you were in a party, you still had to separately spawn creatures. And I was like, maybe it's a glitch? No. But it was kind of funny because about that time, you had a lot of returning players or people that were going through that content with you guys. Because, let me tell you, these areas were chock full of players. And I've never seen these areas so full before. And anymore when you roam around there, nothing.
Nothing.
Jack squat.
Yep.
There were people under-leveled. At level 82, you had at least 2 dozen to 3 dozen players taking on a level 90 Fate.
And it was glorious.
And it went down. Oh.
A northern vulture. 2. They were defending a nest.
Once you finish that and before we start the next quest, I do want to also tell about another feature that'll come up in later game that you don't have access to at the current moment.
Yes. Also, the dude not wanting to report everything because he already has Oliver's mad.
Yeah. Okay. So, basically, another feature that you can do in this game is there are these random spawns of really powerful beasts. There's a bunch of them in each expansion.
They're called hunts.
You get a special currency for finding these little shits and hunting them down. And sometimes, if you get it, you'll get special tokens for like a mount, a minion.
Both.
I think maybe an outfit on one of them. I don't know. I haven't gone to the extent of looking into this that far.
Yes.
But, basically, I think what I'm remembering is that a hunt came up. They come in rankings. I think it goes as low as C and goes as high as S rank.
Yep.
So it goes C, B, A, S rank. S ranks are worth the most experience and worth the most currency and or whatever token. So you had 3 dozen players going at this level 90 S rank within 2 days of launch and taking it fucking down. It was glorious, and everybody, I think, actually got extra stuff to it, if I remember correctly. It was...
Yeah, also, those dudes got another task. We have to go see Hero Leone.
Yep. Well, the vessel departure time has come and gone, but there's still no sign of her.
That's not good.
Knowing how absorbed the hero becomes in her work, I'm not unduly concerned. Armel, however, was responsible for organizing Leonie's transportation, and is likely wondering if her wayward passenger is ever going to arrive. Perhaps a gentle reminder is in order. Again, a lot of ARR, you're gonna feel it like it's a bunch of fetch quests.
And you're right.
To a point. You also gotta remember, this is levels 1 to 50. Most of the time, it's just 10 levels. So you're basically getting the groundwork. You are building something from scratch. Sir, I'm going to ask you to not.
Why not?
Oh my god. So this is what we like to call a boss fight. Will be this. That is a person.
They're new characters, old players.
Yeah.
You can tell that they're wearing particular clothes.
Yep, and they keep doing heals and such. And they're Chocobo. Hey. So while we can't get experience points, we can get other stuff.
Hey, Leone.
Oh, look at that. Oh no, they're just a lower level player.
Tomtar, Deepcroft.
They can fly.
Okay, and was it by a while longer? I might better define the source of the mental distress. Okay, so we're getting ready to do Tomtar, Deepcroft.
Nope. Nope. First one doesn't come until level 15, which is actually where it deviates. So we won't be able to show a dungeon until next time we do this.
That's if I can finish making it through this first patch.
I mean,
I'll be honest, I'm tired, and I have work at 10.
okay, fair. We're on 13. I say we go until we hit the level 14. That way it's a little easier.
Yeah.
Next time we'll finish it. And I'm trying to think of what we could do. Because I would suggest doing high level content, but in the same sense, if people are going for the story, I don't want to spoil it.
Exactly. I could always download an Android emulator and do computer on stream. You better message from Leone. Evil presence in the deep crop. That does sound grave indeed. Power is a vessel for a later time. It's a bell from now, too. Better make it free just to be safe. Thank you for your trouble. Salvaging the scene. Might you assist me with another matter, sir? Or ma'am. A wagon that departed from quarry now has overturned on the road. Some large, ill-tempered forest beast chose that moment to defend its territory.
So this is the last level 13.
By no feat of grace, the driver escaped without serious injury, but the wagon's cargo was not so fortunate. No one to risk another encounter with the future. I could only assume the goods remained strewn across the ground where the incident occurred. Simply follow the road here to the south, and you could come across it. Salvage what cargo you can and deliver it to eat that bent branch meadows.
They should be the last level. So, stop here.
Me.
You know.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fight.
Yep.
An easy fight, but still a fight.
Yeah. If you see a circle like this is another one where it's battle.
as soon as you cross the threshold.
Yep.
Ready?
Go. Oh god. Ew. No, I don't. Oh, right. So, he doesn't.
It eats you.
It pulls you in with its tongue.
It eats you.
You sick. Don't freak them out. It doesn't actually eat you.
It tries very successfully to eat.
Oh my god, stop!
Oh, wait, hold on. Your turn.
Where we...
Pet Brash.
You got it.
Yeah, because we would have attuned. Means we can, teleport. Is this person about to do the mission? No.
Are they looking at you?
Yeah, they were looking at us.
Probably confused.
Yeah. We're probably confusing a lot of people because there's a lot of players who will probably go through ARR again for the funsies, but they probably won't go through the effort of glamming themselves to look like this.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that.
Oh, God, be happy. I love that.
Yeah. Well, we have our own personal glams. Square Enix was very gracious in its latest expansion in giving us... There's a thing to be able to change your appearance called glamming, using what they call glamour prisms and dispellers to take off that.
Yeah.
But you can't do it in a...
Can't do it in a while. This is what it looks like. You see these last 5 panels right here, 16 through 20? We didn't have those until this expansion. And actually, not until this, like, update.
Yes.
We had 15 outfits.
Yeah.
And it was a pain, because glamming is a very serious post-game.
But that is... Oh! Someone's in a... Is that a... That's an elephant!
Oh, this ship was waiting. I was waiting on some quarter mill. I heard the wagon ran out of fowl with some 3 monstrosities with the path of mirror planks. I see you managed to scrape together a few bits and pieces. Seems I can't get through 2 bells these days without hearing this new tale of horrors, the deep Crawford bandit cutthroats prowling the woods hereabouts. Makes me wonder if we choke close for safe at night. It does. If we're ever in need of adventure skills, I hope you'll be around to lend a hand.
Leave that. Because we got... Well, I was gonna say, it'll be there whenever we restart. It should be. Oh, yeah. I remember this.
Yep. Leah's legacy. I just wanted to accept the quest and then exit. Plus.
Yes. I will say, let's go to... Oh, down here real quick. So the... You're gonna sit there.
Yep.
So...
Yeah. The glams are very serious business. I'll show you my glams in a second.
Which... And then, actually, we could probably also show what the current gear that we have as well.
I'd have to
And then
dispel
show-
everything.
Huh?
I'd have to dispel everything.
There's a... It's in the glamour plates, I'll find it out. Here. So... If you go into glamour plates, you see that little black button next to the 20?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
This is what the gear I'm currently wearing should look like.
So if I do this, look at what I actually am supposed to look like. With the pattern.
Yeah, I like that, but I also this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yep, this is the current gear that we have on this class. And then, let me see if I can find... There it is... Nope. Nope. I have a lot. There it is. And then here's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm only applying this glam for a second so I can get my advanced glam. This is my quote-unquote serious mode glam. This is what I like to wear during extreme content.
Just
Here's his current default outfit. This is what he likes to adventure in. However, nope, that is the. Nope, that's the bunny outfit.
Yeah.
That's the I can't say.
You can't say. Oh my god.
Glamour Plate 5, Shadowbringers.
Ah.
Yeah. And this is his. I'm showing off that I'm the warrior plate. He also has this outfit for whenever he is doing gathering stuff and crafting stuff. And you see, I put thought into this. Like, his gloves have supports on the hand, near the knuckles, in order to, you know, make sure his hands don't get damaged. And then there's this, which is just Noctis with a hat for whenever I'm fishing. I have this as a joke because, look, I was told that I was dared that I wouldn't go through the effort of getting this outfit, and I did just to prove the point.
Oh my lord.
There's also this outfit.
Alright, the one we heard.
We earned this jacket. Oh! Hey!
Yeah! I lost all of my emotes.
This is a friend of ours.
Yeah.
Shake my head, not me coming in at probably the ass end of the stream. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my god. Hey, he came in. You know what?
Yeah, hey D. Yeah, our chat mod came in at the end of the stream. Yes, I'm calling you out and messing.
But, yeah, no, this is it's been fun. I do want to keep going through this, documenting this. Really, it just kind of show people what the 14 experience is like. This is a game I've just grown to love, and I'd love to get more people into it. I really would. But yeah, we're just kind of goofing around with our friends before we log off for the night and just chill.
Also, D, to be fair, I got off a 12-hour and crashed on the couch for a bit. That is 100% fucking understandable.
Yes.
I feel that on an emotional and spiritual level.
But, for everybody that came, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Also, say hello to our friend. They're not in voice. We're not even in voice chat. We're just here.
Yes.
But
Best way to put it, she's the friend we mentioned earlier that was the starter aura.
yeah, start her out.
Yes. And well, that's not what I want to show off this to her because I am very proud that I have her. Yes. I am able to. Oh, let me tell you, some of these glams are hard to get. Oh, Lord. Dear Lord.
Yes, I'll go back and watch the VOD tomorrow.
Oh. Please, if you can, join us because I know you're one of the ones we've been trying to...
Yeah, computer dead.
Yeah.
I know D's computer dead.
Yeah, but I also feel like this could be something where they can see the story. This will be an easier way for them to see the story. Without a...
I just need to get better at reading out because I'm so used to just mass clipping.
Oh, okay.
Again, thank you everyone. I'm not gonna do the outro 100% proper this time because, look, I don't got good food. I just don't feel it.
It's fine.
It's late.
Thank you for everybody that came. Thank you, even if you came in late or for 2 seconds.
Yeah, D.
Oh my god.
Look, I'm gonna get hell back. I might as well have fun with it. Alright. So yeah. Thank you everybody, and have a great night.
Hey, bye!